Welcome to Pro-Mithos. Welcome back. We're still playing Primordia, and unfortunately, I got a little bit more ahead in the game and figured out a couple of extra things. So we got the droid, the floating droid by the courthouse to talk to us.
Do you
So
remember what your prior versions were like?
No, I've told you 100 times there are a lot of corrupt sectors in my memory files.
Baby Horatio version 4 was nice.
now we have to re-get its motor back from this guy, but we have to find a bigger motor. So, and there's that.
They look like they've been stripped. Crispin already searched them. They're much too quick to catch, and even if I could, what would I do with one?
Deactivate it and give it to Metromind as a warning?
I have nothing to say.
Oh man. Alright.
For now, that thing's the best to keep. For now, the best. For now, best.
Alright, so there's no ideas there.
Better just to leave it alone. Maybe if we were back at the Unique, I'd take it, but it's too big to waste time with here.
Awesome.
There's nothing worth I don't want that sludge in my joints. There's nothing worth bothering with.
Well, maybe they didn't remove an engine from this, so let's
There's
try
no reason
that.
to cut that. Or there's no reason. I'm not going to threaten him.
Let's see if it wants a record.
I doubt that will happen.
Nope.
No need to show it to him.
Awesome.
I doubt that will. That's never. That. I doubt that will.
Alright, so once again, I'm out of ideas. Awesome. Alright, let's just go back up. No, not that bridge. Oh, look, a new one.
Would it not have been better to have destroyed ourselves gloriously in battle, rather than perpetuate this false existence?
What do you?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Boss, I think someone left the smart off that smart bomb. I wouldn't expect much conversation out of him.
Alright then.
I think it's ignoring you, boss.
I'm not here to steal parts. I have nothing to say to him.
Awesome. Let's go back to the floater and see if he'll accept our apologies and if we can't do anything to help him out.
I have nothing to say to him.
Awesome.
I have nothing. Goodbye.
Cheerio. I am waiting. I am...
There's nothing there.
So, we gotta find some big motor to trade with Leopold? Joy. Okay, give me a second. Something's coming to me. Actually, I have no idea.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure the best place to find a big motor is gonna be somewhere in the underworks, boss.
Yes, but I already looked everywhere in the underworks.
All storage bladders empty.
Oh, this is a nightmare. I'd say it would be by the cars, but...
They look like they've been stripped of usable. There's no way I can reach that. Crispin already... Totally... Better just to leave. There's no way.
Seriously, I have no clue where to find this.
I have nothing to say.
Hit him with the crowbar.
I'm not going. They're much too quick to catch. They need...
Huh. I seriously should just kill this thing and take its everything.
For now, best to...
I'm not doing that until you... I'm not doing that.
Huh.
For now, bet.
I am really stumped on this one. Maybe the crane has a motor in it that I can take and use.
There's something up. It's a huge... I can't...
There's gotta be someone in this city who can judge Oswald and Cornelius's case. Danger! Danger! Seems like we just gotta figure out what Primer's real name is, and then we'll be able to lower that drawbridge. Sorry, boss, I've got sand in my audio receptors. I'll let you know when it's out.
Well, wouldn't Primers be number 1 or something like that? I actually didn't think of that one. Wait a second. The 187th? Oh, for shit's sake. Oh, I am an idiot. 50 minus 187. I wish I would have noticed that way earlier. So 137. Crispin. 137.
Here we...
Oh man. Not a big fan of that. Oh god, that...
Let's go.
I feel like a complete idiot at this point.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
I didn't save.
On the count of 3. 1.
Oh. Is that it?
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Arbiter, awesome.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio No-Build, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
Well, awesome. This actually feels like progress.
There's a robot named 187th Legion built waiting at the courthouse. He says he has to pay a fine for damaging city property. Is there any way to cancel the fine or pay it without standing in line?
I do not provide assistance to robots who attacked this city, nor do I help criminals avoid paying their debts.
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
Those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromind now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the Underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
Wow.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
Awesome.
What are you doing down here?
Obeying my instructions and waiting.
Sounds boring.
I am also collating and revising the body of metropolitan law into a single codex.
Well, that sounds thrilling.
In addition, I kill shells.
Fair enough.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropole's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
So it almost sounds like the droids that apparently I'm a part of killed off all the human race. That's...
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler-built, and he is the servant of Metromind Man-built, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he stole it.
Calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler-built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
Wow, what a dick.
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind, but I am glad it was you that I saved. I wish you justice.
I still had things to say to her, so...
Oswald and Cornelius Factorbuilt would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise, but nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What is the nature of their dispute?
They are fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
I see. I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence.
Thanks.
Cool.
It has been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
Alright, so that was a lot of information to take in very quickly.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts. I don't think Clarity would approve of our taking one of her skulls.
Well, that was a whole lot of information to take in, so we're going to stop the episode right now and we'll be back in a little bit. Thank you for watching.